Thanks for coming back to the BNS channel. In my mobile office today, heading to deliver some Scentsy. There's a big box back there. I have to ask a question. A lot of people have issues or concerns, or they just don't seem to be doing well at recruiting or sponsoring. I'm not even sure that it matters what direct sales you're in. But I think that a big problem, a big part of the reason people are not having as much success with recruiting is because of the information that they are providing. Let me explain. You saw the title of the video. One of the ways that I'm able to learn is visually. And I'm gonna kind of put a precursor here. The visual that I'm about to give you is not, it's gross. But it's effective, and it really makes me understand what I'm doing, and I'm hoping that it can do the same for you. So when you're having conversations with people and you're building relationships with them, part of the problem is that people aren't actually building a relationship. They're just basically feeding them information about their business and what it can do for them, and we're just kind of hoping that they're going to want to do that, and they're going to want to join, and they're going to, join your team. What I find is happening is people are vomiting information, and basically I want you to understand, first of all, people buy from people they trust, okay? So that's where that business relationship building comes from. But also, we need to figure out or connect with them in a way that they know what our business can do to help them. If it's just a business to be a business and it's nothing that's going to resonate with them, they're not going to want to join. Excuse me. So, think about this. You're standing in front of somebody and you're trying to recruit them in a very salesy kind of way, and you're just vomiting information to them, meaning you're saying things like, oh, you can make a lot of money, you can travel, you can meet people, you can get out of the house, you can do work with your friends, with your family, with your kids. There's just so many benefits to why you should join. Well, if none of that is resonating with them, it's kind of fluff. They're not going to really consider joining because it's not doing anything for them. It's kind of that adage, what's in it for me? And the vomiting is that information. And let's say you're vomiting on the floor. What you're asking these customers or these potential people to do is to sift through the vomit and find something that they're resonating with. I don't think they're going to do it. It's not something that they're going to want to take time to do. They're not going to try and figure out, well, what is she talking about, and how can this affect me? And you're hoping that one of the things that you talk about, they're going to grab onto. Well, what if it isn't? I've shared this story before. If my sponsor had come to me and said, hey, Edie, I've got an opportunity for you, and you would be great at it. You can earn some money, you can travel, you can meet new people. I probably would have just kind of said, no, I'm all set. Why? Because I've done traveling in my life. I've been abroad. I've got friends. And I didn't need to work Scentsy because my husband's working and I was staying at home. For me, I needed something to fill my time. I needed a hobby. There's only so much cleaning in the house you can do, right? So if she would have come to me and said, Edie, I've noticed that you're talking about how bored you are, or that you really need a hobby, or you need something to do, I think you'd really be good at this, and it would definitely be something that you could fill your time with. Now there, I might have said, oh, all right, tell me a little more. Because what she said resonated with me, and it was going to give a means to my dismay, whatever it is that I'm having an issue with. And in my case, it was filling time. So when you vomit information, the typical reactions you're going to get from people, and if you're getting these reactions, then you know what's going on. Well, I'll have to think about it. Wow, that's a lot of information. It's a little overwhelming. Or, yeah, let me talk to my husband. I'm not sure, if that's something I want to do. Because you have not targeted an issue. Now, how do you find what that issue is? Guess what? It's pretty easy. You got to listen. You got to listen to the conversation. You've got to listen to when they're venting. You've got to listen to when they're talking about their kid joining hockey and it's going to be expensive. Now, I do want to make another note. Okay, so let's take that a scenario of their child is joining hockey. All right. So here's a parent who could potentially be in the same arena as you, and they're talking about how their son is joining hockey this winter. And boy, I guess I didn't realize how expensive the uniforms were and those skates. Good Lord. That's really expensive stuff. Now, if they're saying that, you might instantly go into, ooh, I can offer her something to lift the load off of her, to lift the burden a little bit. But let's say you solidified that conversation and said, yeah, I know, I've heard how expensive they are. Is that something that's going to be hard for you to do? And if she says, nah, we're going to be able to swing it. At that moment, you've just decided that it might not be that particular thing may not be what she's going to resonate with and say, yeah, I really need to join. Now, if she said something, yeah, I'm probably going to have to sell my first child because I don't know how I'm going to be able to afford it. Somebody's not eating this winter, right? Those kind of comments you can say, well, I don't want to push this on you because I know that, you might have something else figured out, but I might have an option for you. If you want to talk about it, we can talk about it at some point. When you're kind of nonchalant about that, if she knows that you sell Scentsy, she's probably thinking in the back of her mind, oh, she's going to offer me to join Scentsy. But when you do it in that conversational way, where it's part of the conversation, but yet it's really not, you might get some intrigue because she's thinking, okay, I need to earn some extra money. This might be something that I can do. I might be able to earn, or you can ask things like, well, is that like $1,000 or $2,000? And then she's going to tell you, well, it's $2,000 just to skate so that they have skate time at the rink. The uniform and the equipment that's separate. So now you know that she's got to make thousands of dollars, right? It's really a matter of listening and hearing what people are saying and knowing when the time is right to interject with the opportunity. My nose is itching so bad. Doesn't that mean you're going to kiss a fool? Is that what that myth is? With scratchy palm, you get money? I don't know. So yeah, just you've got to be more in the sharing mode. When I talk about sharing the product, sharing a product is tangible. It's something you can actually give them, as in like a sample or something. But people have a harder time understanding that we're not selling the opportunity, we're sharing the opportunity. And we'd be awfully selfish not to share that opportunity, knowing what it's either done for yourself or you've seen it do for others, right? So I just wanted to kind of touch base on that a little bit because the visual of vomiting information is pretty powerful. And I think that when you can see what it is that you're doing, that you have the opportunity to change it, right? And make it more advantageous for not only you, because them joining is going to be advantageous for you, but you want to make it advantageous for them. You want them to benefit from joining this company and having this opportunity and all the things that come with it, right? All right, guys, I hope you found that helpful, a little bit of value. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to give a thumbs up to this video if you found it helpful. Have an amazing day, everybody. Better yet, go and make it an amazing day for somebody else. I'll see you later. Bye.